You said I was being mysterious.
Yeah, so for people that aren't aware, I think Dave did mention it a little bit cryptically a couple times on the show that he's been working on a film project. And we finally know a little bit more. There has been an official announcement. As Dave mentioned, I felt that he's been terribly mysterious about this project, and I honestly haven't heard a whole lot about it or hardly anything. But here's the poster for it. Obviously, I don't know a lot about this particular project. It is actually directed by Russ Emanuel, who I know very well. He's a personal friend of mine. He was the director for Occupants. And Occupants, for those who do not know, is a feature film that I was an associate producer on. I actually also did a lot of the behind the scenes camera work for that particular film. It's currently available on Tubi for free, as I like to mention quite often on the show. Russ directed that project. And apparently he collaborated with Dave again. In fact, Dave and I did a collaboration related to Occupants, which was the official Occupants tie-in, which Russ was the writer on. I was the editor on it and the co-publisher for the Occupants tie-in comic book. And yeah, honestly, Dave, I don't know much about this. In fact, I got an invite from Russ out of the blue, and he said that I'm invited to the premiere, which is going to be on Saturday via Zoom. So, I don't know much about it, and I'm not sure exactly what you can tell us about it, but it's definitely news to me.
Well, let me start off by saying I didn't get any clearances to talk about this at all, because Eric actually mentioned it right before we started to go live on the show. So let me just start off by saying I can't talk too much about my contribution to the film because it does actually impact the storytelling in a very particular way. I think for people who see the film, when they see what my contribution is, it makes a lot of logical sense. And I think people will enjoy it. I think the one safe thing to say is that most of the projects I've been involved with have always involved comic books in some form or some manner. For example, many years ago, I worked on a film called A Work of Art. And I really enjoyed that collaboration. Now, this is a short. I'm just hopefully excited for people to see it here really soon. I'm not trying to be cryptic or mysterious, but it's just my contribution is sort of so specific and works within the storytelling in a very specific manner that if I hint it too much, I think it would just kind of give things away. So when the film is hopefully out and people are able to watch it, you'll be able to clearly tell what my contribution is. It's not hidden at all. It'll be pretty obvious. And I just hope that people enjoy it. Just a little background on it, just briefly. I just received kind of a message from Russ out of the blue. We had enjoyed our collaboration with Eric because Eric was the one who actually brought me on to the Occupants project. I really enjoyed that collaborative effort. I enjoyed working on the Occupants comic. It was a high watershed moment for me personally and professionally. And I still feel like that it should have actually gotten some kind of a nod, if not actually have set a world record. I disagree with the Guinness people on that, but we could talk about that some other time. He just contacted me out of the blue. He pitched me on the idea, and I was like, "Wow, this sounds really fun. I would like to be involved in this." And so we just kind of started working from there. This is a different project than Occupants because I was kind of brought in while there was still a little bit of production actually going on, as opposed to Occupants where I came in after the film was finished. So this was different in that aspect. And as opposed to the comic, which is a very super exclusive limited item. So if you have one, value it and take care of it because there's not that many of them in circulation. A lot of people can't even experience that comic currently in any form unless you supported the project and actually backed the Kickstarter campaign for it, or Indiegogo campaign for it. But with this one, the thing that's really great is it's a part of the storytelling. And if you watch the film, you get to see it immediately. It's not like something you have to you know what I mean, kind of, try to find a copy of it. You will have to find a way to watch it. So that's kind of it. I don't want to, like I said, I didn't talk to Russ about it in advance. I'm very excited for the premiere this Saturday. I am planning to participate in that. And I'm just very excited for people to see it, and I hope people like it.
Yeah, I'm going to be talking to Russ about possibly reviewing it on the show. I haven't talked to him about it yet. He did invite me to the virtual premiere. As I mentioned, it's going to occur on Zoom. So I'll have more news next time if that's going to be a possibility or not. But this is Russ's official announcement here that I have shared on from the Twitter feed. And I did retweet this on my personal page, but it says new routine poster. We are happy to unveil the final poster for Routine as we start the film festival submission process. Thank you to the cast and crew for your hard work, and please stay safe, everyone. Go Team Routine. So I am definitely looking forward to seeing this film. I don't know exactly what I'm going to be allowed to say about it either, because as I didn't really have any involvement with this. So we'll see if it's something we can talk about more on the show. I also mentioned to Dave, since I have a film, short film coming out pretty soon, it might be fun if we can review each other's films. So we'll see if that actually happens or not, because there are other people involved and we want to be cool with them and all that stuff. So we'll see how that goes. But I definitely reiterate what Bobby Chambers says, which is congrats, Dave. Bobby Chambers wants to congratulate you on working on the project. And Jane mentions again, she's mentioned previously, she does have a copy of that elusive Occupants tie-in comic book. She does have one, which is, again, very, very hard to find, unfortunately.
And it's well, like I said, I'm excited for people to see the film, and we'll see what people think of it at that time. It was just kind of a fun project to be involved with. So